Hi, I'm Chef Joseph Farner, and welcome to Chefy Nom Noms, channel where I teach you method over recipe, with a little help from my friend, Kevin the Bacon. We're going to take you on a culinary adventure that's going to keep your taste buds dancing, and your guests coming back for more. We have a holiday coming up, Thanksgiving. One of my favorite holidays because it's centered around food. Delicious food. Now, I've done turkey so many different ways over the years. I've smoked it. I've even grilled it. I've baked it. I've fried it. I've done everything. Once, I had to cook a turkey in a hot box using only sterno as a heat source. But that is a tale for a different day. However, I will tell you that I've found personally my favorite way is the bacon weave.
Mi familia!
Kevin, we talked about this. You said you were going to be good. You said you were going to be cool.
Por favor, señor!
This guy, I tell you, so touchy. It's not my fault you're delicious. The greatest part about this turkey is the simplicity. Now, there are a few steps involved in it. However, if you follow these steps exactly, you're going to have the most unbelievably flavorful and juicy, delicious turkey for your Thanksgiving meal. Let's do this.
We begin our culinary adventure this time by fresh herbs, rosemary, thyme, oregano, and sage. I'm going to show you how I treat each one of these herbs as they are different. Most of them have the same basic technique of pulling the leaf off of the main stem. Something like rosemary is very, very easy. Something like sage here, also very easy. Just remove the leaves and leave the stem. Do a single chop through the leaf, then I turn it and do another chop through. As for the oregano, it's about the same process. Pull it backwards along the stem while holding about 7/8 of the way down. Should get a nice clean pull. Then we're going to do our thyme. Thyme is fickle. However, it's unbelievably delicious and aromatic, so it must be in here. Take your time and use the thyme. Here are our aromatics, the herbs going into our butter. Yummy. And now we have butter. I put it on the stove, and it is just one stick of butter with a little bit of garlic slowly melted. This butter is our softened butter. You can see how soft. I press my thumb into it, and it doesn't stick. Then we pour our hot garlic butter over top and add our aromatics, the herbs. Give it a whisk until smooth, and you can see it sticks to my gloves now. We will now get a 1-gallon Ziploc bag and pour it in. I roll the edges of the bag back so that there's none in the zip. Remove the air from the bag and set aside for later. Next, we have our turkey. We have the turkey neck. We also have this little knob on the end here. That's gone. Bye-bye. The gizzards, heart, and liver, and such. And then we will remove extra skin. I find that around the neck area, there's usually a lot of extra skin. And then near the cavity, there's a little bit of extra skin that I like to clip off. After we've removed the skin, we will take the neck and put it into a separate pot with a little bit of better than bouillon. Better than bouillon is amazing. You can use bouillon cubes if you don't have it. Then I add water, I turn it to low heat and up just a touch, and a couple extra sprigs of thyme to really bolster that thyme flavor. Now, I will use my fingers and I slide them along the meat in between the skin. This separates it and gives us channels for butter. Now, I cut a bird beak into the leg and I use one finger to do the same. Now, I will cut just the tip off of my bag and we'll pipe the garlic herb butter underneath the skin. I move it around to make sure that it has equal coverage. You do use a fair amount here, and this helps keep your turkey unbelievably juicy. Now we're going to give it a little spa day. Gentle massage, you guide me. You guide me, turkey. Then I put a little bit of extra garlic herb butter over the top. This will help our bacon weave stick to the turkey. Now we will begin to create our bacon weave, a sort of quilt to keep our turkey nice and warm on those cold November nights. I'm going to show you how I do this in real time so you can see. I lay them side by side, then one along the front here. This holds everything together and the butter helps it stick. Every other one I pull back, so the first time it'll be 2 with 3 down on this little bird. Then I put 1 across and then just start to go back and forth. 2 down, 3 up. And then 1 across again. And then you will go 3 down, 2 up, and continue until the very end. I speed the video up just a touch here, but you will notice that the very last piece of bacon I cut in half. I'd actually break it in half. It's just too much bacon for that little tiny piece at the very end. Then I set it by pushing down on it and really getting it to set into that garlic herb butter. I then wrap 1 piece around each of the legs up towards the top, and then I'll wrap a second piece just around so that it goes down and covers the rest of the leg down towards the end. Then pipe a little tiny bit more of that amazing garlic herb butter over the top. And now your turkey is ready for baking. Preheat our oven to 325. You can see our turkey is just so happy. But we're going to baste it with that turkey neck and thyme stock that has been cooking and simmering on the back burner. Just throw it through a chinois or a sifter, so all you have is the wonderful aromatic stock left to baste with. This basting process helps keep the bacon from burning and also creates a wonderful juice in which we will create our gravy with later. We pull the turkey at 161 degrees and let it rest for 30 minutes until it is 165 degrees or higher. But not too much higher. 165 is perfect. Then I take butter and flour and make a simple roux. And I take the turkey drippings with all the bacon and aromatics and deliciousness, and I start to put that into my roux and create a gravy. I will continue this process until it is silky smooth. Now, because we've used so much butter and bacon grease, you will notice that your gravy wants to separate. A very, very easy way to fix this is to walk over to your sink and just put a little bit of cold water in as you whisk it. This will help it bind back together and give you an absolutely velvety, silky gravy. Just continue to add your drippings and your water until you find the perfect consistency that you want and adjust for seasoning. Harlequin, my little puppy, has come to give her stamp of approval. She approves.
And that is how I make my personal favorite turkey for the holiday season. I've had it so many different ways, but this is the best. Now, this turkey is the most juicy turkey that I've ever made in my almost 30 years as being a chef. And I know what you're thinking. It's way too much butter, right?
tocino también.
No. It was the perfect amount of bacon. Shoo, we're done. Shoo. We're done for today. It was the perfect amount of bacon. Don't listen to this guy. It was the perfect amount of bacon. It may be a little bit on the high side for the butter. However, the majority of the butter is not being consumed. And it's the holiday season, so indulge a little. I promise you will not regret it. We'll see you next time on Chefy Num Nums. And happy holidays from my kitchen to yours.